Saksi sa Double B!
Nasa linya na natin, Batangas 2nd District Representative Jervy Luis Stro, Chairperson, House Committee on Justice. Congresswoman, ma'am, si Joel Siweng po ito.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Good morning, Joel and Dweng.
Oo.
And thank you for having me here sa Saksi.
Yes, ma'am.
Sa
Thank you,
Double
ma'am.
B.
Thank you, ma'am, for tinanggap niyo aming imbitasyon. Ma'am, ito lang. Sabi ho ng kampo ni Vice Presidente,
Double
standard ang House Committee on Justice sa pagtrato ho sa impeachment kay Presidente at kay Vice
Ang
Presidente.
dami niyo raw pong hinahanap ng mga court decisions pagdating kay VP Sara.
We beg to disagree to that. No?
Okay.
At ang ating proceedings ay nasaksihan ng buong sambayanang Pilipino. And to be very specific, ano ba ang pagkakaiba ng impeachment against the President and impeachment against the Vice President? Doon sa impeachment against the President, nag-fail ang complainant to show evidence of personal participation of the respondent, no? May mga allegations of corruption, paulit-ulit ang tanong ng mga justice members, ano ho bang ebidensya natin which will show the personal involvement para maka-establish ng factual nexus versus between the offense alleged and the ground alleged, no? So, apparently, nag-fail ang complainant on presenting evidence or showing proof ng personal participation or involvement of the President in the alleged offenses, no? Distinguished from the impeachment against the Vice President, to illustrate it better, yung allegation of threat anchored under culpable violation of the Constitution and betrayal of public trust. Pag tinanong or nung tinanong ng justice members, what evidence do they have to establish this offense, to establish the personal participation of the respondent? Ang sabi ng justice members, well, this is res ipsa loquitur already because if you are seeing the video, it is the Vice President herself uttering the threat towards the highest official of the land, the President, the First Lady, and the former Speaker. No? So, Tito ko, Vice President, according to the majority of the justice members, it is apparent na may personal participation and involvement ang respondent. No? Dun sa threat, siya mismo yung nagsasalita. Siya mismo yung nag-a-utter ng threat against the intended subject of assassination, no? Doon sa confidential fund, you will remember that Kong Laila de Lima even read the certifications of the military training in partnership with the Department of Education, showing even the signatures of the Vice President, no? So there is really a very big disparity. Yung kay Presidente, walang ebidensya ng personal participation. Samantalang itong Vice President, may ebidensya ng personal participation. At least this is according to the super majority of the members of the Justice Committee. You will remember the vote was 54 against 1. No? Joel and Dweng, gusto ko ring idagdag sapagkat napakaliwanag ng sinabi ng Supreme Court. Merceditas Gutierrez, anong sabi dyan? The determination of form and substance is a question that rests exclusively to the individual judgment of the justice members. No? Apart from the fact na may napakalaki naman talagang disparity between the impeachment against the President vis-a-vis the impeachment against the Vice President, maliwanag sa desisyon ng Korte Suprema na ang pwede lang, ang may authority lang to say whether the impeachment complaint is sufficient in form and substance ay ang justice members. And having said so, I think this cannot even be a proper subject matter of a petition before the Supreme Court.
Yun. Ma'am, yung nabanggit nyo kanina mga detalye tungkol sa basis ng complaint at the basis ng decision na may sufficient in substance ito, pwede bang yun na yung masasabi na litanya ng ultimate facts? Kasi isa yun sa basis nila kung bakit pinapabasura. Wala daw pong litanya ng ultimate facts ang mga reklamo laban sa Vice Presidente.
Pag sinabi natin when na ultimate facts, it pertains to specific or to details how the offense was committed, no?
Yes.
Balikan natin yung threat as evidenced by the video, no? The offense alleged is the attempt to assassinate, or during the discussion, even the grave threat actually consummated in posing a threat to the life of the highest official of the land. So ang tanong doon, ano pa bang detalye ang hinahanap when it comes to the assassination plot, when the complete utterances were shown in the video of the respondent herself? Kaya ang paulit-ulit na argumento dito ng justice members, res ipsa loquitur. The video speaks for itself. Lahat ng hinahanap mong detalye ay naririto na sa video, no? And those details, of course, were alleged in the complaint, both the third and the fourth complaint, which eventually were declared sufficient in substance, no? Dito naman sa confidential fund, as part of my illustration earlier, no? Nakalagay doon kung kailan ni-request itong pondo na ito, nakalagay kung kailan na-utilize, nakalagay kung kailan naging subject matter ng notice of disallowance, and let us take note, ang hinihinging quantum of evidence is just the reasonable amount. Ang sabi nga ng rules, recital of facts that constitute an offense determinative of the jurisdiction of the Committee on Justice, no? This is not proof beyond reasonable doubt. This is not substantial evidence. This is not even probable cause. To my mind, this is just reasonable amount of evidence so that from determination of sufficiency in substance, we can proceed to issuing a notice to the Vice President for her to file her answer.
Okay.
No?
Ma'am, nabigyan na po kayo ng authorization na mag-conduct ng hearing during recess. Kailan nyo po balak na magpatawag na ng pagdinig para po dito ituloy sa impeachment case na ito?
We have determined the following dates to be our schedule of next hearings. No? But definitely magkakaroon pa ng mga subsequent schedules to share this to the public. Our next hearing will be March 25. This will be intended for hearing proper already, which means presentation of evidence and witnesses, no? So March 25, this will be followed by April 14, and then from April 14, April 22, 29. At least we have 4
Yes.
hearing dates which are predetermined already. No, we actually need to do this because you will remember we are on recess.
Yes. Opo.
So we need to inform way ahead the members of the Justice Committee because itong recess na ito, they're taking advantage of this to address all their concerns in the district, no?
Right.
So kaya namin inaagahan yung predetermination ng dates para makabuelo ang justice members and for them to be able to attend the next hearings of the Justice Committee.
Kong Jinky, salamat mama.
Next time po ulit.
Thank you for your time.
Ma'am,
ah.
thank you.
Thank you.
Good
Thank
morning,
you po.
ma'am.
Si Representative
Hilingan, walang pinoprotek.